Today, we're diving into something pretty much all of us do, even if we don't admit it, talking to ourselves. And we're going to look at the science behind why this little habit might actually be your brain's secret weapon. It's a powerful tool called verbal reasoning.
So, picture this. You're completely focused. Maybe you're working through a really tough problem, and you start kind of whispering the details out loud. And then, of course, someone walks in and you just clam up. It feels a little weird, right? We've all been there.
Well, let's just get one thing straight right off the bat. This is not a sign that you're losing it. That's a total myth. The actual science behind this is way more interesting and, honestly, a lot more impressive. In fact, it's the complete opposite of a weird quirk. This habit is a sign that you are actively, in real time, upgrading your brain's processing power. You're basically using this super sophisticated cognitive tool without even thinking about it. So what if this isn't just, a normal thing, but maybe even a sign of high intelligence? Let's get into the science of what's actually going on here, what's called verbal reasoning. So what is verbal reasoning? Well, it's pretty much what it sounds like. It's the process of taking all those fuzzy, kind of abstract thoughts that are just floating around in your head and turning them into real, structured words. This isn't just random muttering, okay? It's a deliberate method for getting your thoughts crystal clear. And this is where it gets really fascinating. Psychology doesn't just see this as okay. It's often linked to brains that are, firing on all cylinders. You actually see this trait a lot in people with high IQs, which suggests it's a cognitive process that's a huge step up from just thinking silently. Okay, so if it's that powerful, how does it actually give you an edge? Let's break down why this is basically your brain's secret weapon. The key thing to understand is this. Speaking your thoughts out loud literally shifts your brain out of a passive mode and into a state of deep, active processing. It's like flipping a switch that brings your entire cognitive powerhouse online. Just look at the difference here. It's night and day. On the left, you've got silent thinking. We all know how that goes. It can be messy, abstract, and just confusing. But look to the right. The moment you start using verbal reasoning, you introduce structure. And that structure leads directly to way more clarity, better organization, and, the big one, much faster problem solving. And this whole process unlocks some incredible benefits. First, you're organizing all those tangled thoughts into a nice, logical line. That structure then helps you maintain focus, so you don't get pulled off track. But maybe the most powerful thing is that when you say your logic out loud, you can actually hear the gaps and the weak spots in your own arguments. That leads to this massive boost in self-awareness and, ultimately, way better decisions. So, let's talk about how we can take this from something that feels like an odd habit and turn it into a real tool for mental mastery. Yeah, to anyone watching, it might look like you're distracted. But the truth is, it's the total opposite. It's an act of intense focus. You're literally building a stronger, more solid logical structure for your ideas, piece by piece. What you're seeing here is a concept called neuroplasticity, in real time. That's your brain's amazing ability to physically change and rewire itself based on what you do. Every single time you talk through a problem, you're not just thinking. You're building and strengthening the neural pathways for clear, logical thought. It's literally a workout for your brain. And remember this, it's not about using big, fancy words. The real genius here is being able to use simple words to explain a really difficult idea to yourself. If you can break down a complex topic so that you get it, well, that's a true sign of some serious practical intelligence. So, how can you start using this on purpose? Let's talk about how to unlock that inner voice and really turn your thoughts into a superpower. So here's the bottom line. Stop feeling weird about this. Stop shutting it down. Instead, you've got to embrace it. Lean into it. Use it as the powerful cognitive tool that it is, and you'll find yourself staying one step ahead. Here's a super simple framework to get started. First, just acknowledge it. Recognize this isn't weird, it's a tool. Second, when you have a problem, consciously verbalize it. Just say it out loud. Third, and this is key, listen to yourself. Where does it sound confusing? Where are the holes in your logic? And finally, refine it. Say it again, but with more clarity. Just keep doing that until the answer becomes obvious. So, I'll leave you with this to think about. Now that you know the power of your own voice, what's the very first problem you're going to solve by thinking it through out loud?